just a few minutes. If you need music, we have some copies up here. Yeah, give it about 2 minutes. Thank you.
Is it working? Yeah, maybe? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. I'm Rachel Sakoffs. I'm the GEMS program coordinator here at the Kaiserman JCC, where we do all different classes, art classes, history classes, trips for adults and older adults, and Klezmer Jam gets to fall into that category. So welcome to our Klezmer Jam here today. This is, I think, the 5th, 6th, many of jams that we've been jamming. And hopefully we'll continue to do also. And we can't do it without our amazing volunteer, Marvin Weinberger, who has helped to bring together musicians and music listeners alike to enjoy some really impressive music and things that really just warm my heart. So I'm going to pass it over to Marvin because he knows way more than I do. So Marvin, all you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And you'll pass around. Oh, don't get closer. Okay. Welcome to the Klez Jam. If you haven't yet registered, please see Rachel or I so that we can make sure to get you on the mail list. We have some amazing events scheduled for the next couple of months, and we want to make sure that that everyone here will hear about it and be able to come and enjoy the program. We were originally going to charge $25, which I think would have been very fair for today's program, but I thought that at $15, hopefully nobody would find that to be a barrier. And even so, our policy is you pay what you can, and we waive the fee, of course, if that is a problem. But that being said, if you love this program today, and many of you have been here before, and hopefully if you've loved those events as well, and you think that $25 was actually really pretty fair, these cookies, the security, this stuff doesn't pay for itself. Anyway, my colleague Rachel's going to walk around with our little donation jar. We can pass it. If you are moved to put a little bit more in the pushka, the JCC thanks you. Speaking of which, I want to thank the special folks who have been who have helped to make this all possible. Starting with Rachel Sakow, who just does everything. And thank you, Rachel, and to all the folks at the JCC. And you don't have to give any more, but if you feel like it, and you could also afterwards say, I want to sort of see what I'm getting today, whether it's worth an extra $10 or more. By the way, if you are interested to become a sponsor at a more significant level, I'd love to chat with you because we have some really crazy ambitious programming in mind, which will incur expenses, and we would love your support for that. I want to also, in addition to thanking Rachel and our other volunteers, a special shout out to Bill Houston and Eric Abraham in the back there. They've been here since noon, setting up to record and broadcast this program live. We'll send out the link afterwards. Bill and Eric, they do amazing professional work, but they only do it for free, and they only do it if they love the cause. And so they're here today because they believe in what we're doing, they believe in the music, and so they've spent hours setting this up, and we'll be spending hours taking it down. Again, thank you so much, Bill and Eric, for honoring us, with your support. A couple other brief announcements. First, we're looking for a baby grand piano in good condition to be able to use at future Klez Jams. If you have one or are willing to donate it, please talk to Rachel or myself. Today's program is informal. We're gonna have about a 45-minute jam session, followed by another 45 minutes to an hour of concert. But if you want to get up and grab yourself a snack, you don't have to wait for the intermission. By the way, is there anyone here who's interested or is already planning to attend Yiddish New York, which is coming up around Christmas time? All right, anybody who's interested to learn about it, it's 4 days of just nonstop Yiddish royalty, amazing musicians like some of the folks here who get together and jam, and it's just hundreds of people around Christmas time listening to Yiddish and Jewish music and dance and concerts and lectures. It's awesome. If you're interested, I'll be glad to fill you in. Let's see. Okay. Let me introduce our two performers. Nat Seelen is a clarinetist and a composer, an educator whose work explores the intersections of tradition, innovation, and community in klezmer music and beyond. He is the founder and artistic director of the Boston Festival of New Jewish Music and a founder of the internationally recognized Ezekiel Wheels Klezmer Band, which performed here just this past March, as some of you may recall. With Ezekiel's Wheels and other ensembles, Nat has performed at major venues including the Kennedy Center, Tanglewood Music Center, and then internationally in China, Denmark, the Netherlands, Great Britain, Spain, and Canada. I think it's still called the Kennedy Center. Anyway, he was there when it was still the Kennedy Center. Nat was just appointed, congratulations, to the faculty of the New England Conservatory of Music, where he will be teaching klezmer music. Congratulations, yay! Igor Polesitsky. Igor is considered to be one of the premier klezmer violinists of our generation. You'll hear and decide for yourself today. Born in Kiev, he began studying the violin at the age of 6. At 19, by the way, funny story, Nat was telling me that his son started the violin at the age of 5, but already decided it wasn't for him. So he's moved on to, what is it, the trombone, or do they make like mini trombones, or? They do, wow, mini trombones. Anyway, that's a whole separate interesting story. At 19, he moved to Philadelphia, where he graduated with a degree from the Curtis Institute of Music. Since 1983, he has lived in Florence, Italy, where he is the principal violist of the Maggio Musicale Fiorentino Orchestra, whose principal conductor is Zubin Mehta. As a founding member of the Klezmerata Fiorentina, he has participated in numerous international musical events, including festivals of Jewish music and culture in Venice, Basel, and Krakow. His partners in this endeavor are wonderful non-Jewish Italians, principals of the Florence Opera, who are willing, as he likes to say, and able to learn how to make their instruments talk Yiddish. Before we go into our traditional affirmation of life, I want to affirm that we have some wonderful merch available for sale today. Nat has brought with him some of his CDs from Ezekiel's Wheels, which are amazing, as well as some of his newly composed tune books. And then my very good friend Alex Botwinick, he, as many of you know from the announcement, led an amazing lecture concert that just concluded over at Haverford College. We moved things around so that people could attend both. He was today, along with his daughter, playing music from a just published CD of children's songs in Yiddish. And I've asked Alex to bring his CDs in as well to share. So please support them. Now it's time to play, to sing, and to dance. In your seat, if you're bashful, but the aisles are really still wide open. This is a time for joy in troubled times. To get us in the spirit, as in the tradition of the Klezmer Jam, on the count of 3, I'd like you to all join me in shouting, L'chaim, to life. 1, 2, 3. L'chaim. All right, again, now loud enough that the tyrants and the would-be dictators will hear and tremble. 1, 2, 3. L'chaim. I think we're ready. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming.
Hi, everyone. Hi. I'm going to speak into the microphone in just a moment. All right, I'm going to speak into the microphone so that if you are watching online or in some future recording, you can hear. It's really nice to see all of you. Thank you for joining. Before we start, I always like to get a sense of who is in the audience. By the way, can you hear me? Yes, okay, cool. No monitors, so I don't know. If at any point you can't hear me, just go like, practice. All right, I'll speak a little bit louder. Wonderful, okay. So we always like to get a sense for who is in the audience with us today. Because this is a klezmer jam, I am guessing that most of us have heard of klezmer music before, have some sense of what it is. But is anyone totally new to klezmer music today? Oh, fabulous. We're among mishpacha. I love it. Who here has played klezmer music before? Okay, awesome. Who here is here to play klezmer music today? Nice. Who's here just to listen? Wonderful.
And dance.
I hate to break it to you. If you're here just to listen, we're still going to get you involved as well. So please don't be concerned. But you're all here as participants. I love this. Thanks for the marvelous introductions. Marvin, by the way, my ears are burning, and most of it's not true, but we'll accept it. Could we please, for those of us who have musical instruments, tune them before we do anything else? Could you actually give us an A? Can we just do strings first, please? Thanks. Okay. Any woodwinds? Woodwinds, you're welcome to tune, please. Trumpet, you can tune. Accordion, sorry. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do some tunes together to start. And I would love to start with the first tune that's in my tune book, and it's just called, because I'm really good with names, Freilach's number 1. You can laugh at that, it's funny. I'm not very good with names. I did name my children, so got 2 of them out of the way, and then I was like, music, whatever. So kids are important.
So what did you name the children? Freilach's number 2, Freilach number
Ha 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 ha. Okay, here's how we're going to do this though, because Igor and I were talking before this, and I'm really excited that you'll get to learn from him, by the way. I'm excited to be here with him today. But so much of this music, it's not about the dots on the page, right? The dots on the page are just a guide for where our fingers should land. But it's really about how the music sounds and what the emotion is behind it and the story that it tells. So instead of just playing through the piece, we're gonna sing it together. And if you did not expect to join a chorus when you came here, now is your chance to do something unexpected. So I'm just gonna give us the first note. And this piece has 3 sections, an A section, a B section, and a C section. I forgot to tell you, by the way, if you have a phone, just turn the volume off. You don't have to turn your phone off, just turn the volume off. I turned my phone off at a concert once, and then I lost it, and I never found it again. And it was the most expensive concert I've ever played.
By the way, there's some more copies of the music if anyone didn't bring over on the bench there.
So this piece is built in 3 sections, and I want to actually, part of what I'm doing this weekend, by the way, is I'm on this short solo tour. Normally I play with the larger group, but I'm on a solo tour, and I'm playing some new music that I've been writing. And it's part of a project called Unveiled, and part of the point of it for me is to also share a little bit about the compositional process for writing new music, and especially writing new klezmer music and music that comes from klezmer music for audiences, because I find that the more you understand about what we're doing, the more fun you have listening to us, and the more you're able to really appreciate what you're hearing, and the more you appreciate it, the better we feel when we do it well, and the worse we feel when we do it poorly, and I think that's a good thing. So this piece has 3 sections, and like so many klezmer tunes, these sections are divided up into 4 phrases: a call, a response, a call, and then a cadence. That means an ending. And so I'm going to sing you the call, and then I want you to sing it back to me. These are the notes. Yum da 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 da. Now you. Yum da 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 da. That sounds really good. One more time. Yum ba da 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 da. The response. Ya ya ba ba ya ya ba ba ya ya bum bum bum. Ya ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ya boy boy bum. And then we're going to have a second call. Ya ya ba ba ya ya ba 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 ya ya. And then we're just going to end the section. Let's try and do the whole first section together, singing it. 2, 3. Yum ba 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 ya 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 ba 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 ya ba 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 ya ya ba 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 ya ya ba 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 ya 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 ba ya ba ba ya ba ba ba. That was really nice. We're gonna do it one more time, and then we're gonna do the B section, and then the C section, and then only then will we play together. Okay? Here we go. One more time. 2, 3, 4. Yum ba 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 ya ya 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 boy 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 ya ya ba 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 ya 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 ba ya ba 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 ba. One more time. Yum ba 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 ya 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 ba 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 ya ya ba 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 ya 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 my boy ya ya ba 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 ya 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 ya. Perfect. Here's the next section. Ya 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 ba 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 ya 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 ba ya 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 ya. It's kind of a longer phrase. Do we come off of it? Ya 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 ba 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 ya ya ba ya ba ya ba 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 ba. Let's do that together. Ya 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 ba 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 ya 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 ya. That was really nice. Now we're going to respond to it. Ya 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 ba 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 ya ba 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 ya ba ba ba. You'll do that now. Ya 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 ba 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 ya ya ba 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 ba. And now the last section. A lot of times when I'm writing klezmer music, I like to have this kind of contrast right between sections. So the C section moves around a lot. The first sections have this pattern of movement, 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 rest. Movement, 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 rest, right? And in the C section, we'll start with that movement, 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 rest, movement, 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 rest. But then we'll have this long flowing line that will bring us all the way to the cadence. And that kind of finishes the story of the piece. So I'll sing it for you. You. Great. And now there's this long, there's this kind of long flowing cadence that's going to bring us back down to the end. Let's do that. You sound great. Phones, thank you. Now we're going to sing the whole thing together, and I want you to give it your fullest expression of heart, of pathos, of storytelling, and think about this piece as a conversation between these call and response lines, because that's how I wrote it. So I like it when you think about it that way too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rum ba 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 ya 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 Repeat that section. One more time. Oh, that was great. Okay, you were good. So now you know how the piece feels, and now we have to play it, and we'll keep better in tune with our instruments. So now we're going to try and play it, and we'll play it a little bit more slowly than that so that we can all hang. I'm going to ask that we all play the melody to start, and if you can't, then sing it and do your best. Yeah, just we'll sing it first, and then we'll we'll do the chords and everything too. If you're playing drums or percussion instruments, sing it one more time, because it's actually really important for those of us who are doing these rhythm parts to be able to sing it too. Okay? Yum ba ba bum, right around there. 1, 2, 3, up. Yeah, sorry. Microphone. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to break it down into parts and turn us into a cappella, okay? So if you consider yourself a melody instrument, could you just raise your hands real quick? Fiddles, flutes, accordion. Amazing trumpet. Okay, cool. So if you consider yourself a melody instrument, then you can play the melody. That's lovely. If you consider yourself a chordal instrument and you would like to play chords, I've written chords on the sheet for you so you can play them. And you just pull them up, easier to see like that. And so the basic feel that goes underneath this for our rhythm section, which will be accordions. Do we have any bass instruments here? I don't think so, right? So accordions and guitars. We'll go rum dum dum dum. It's this 8/8 feel. Rum bum bum bum. Can we actually all clap that together? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rum. That's great. So that's how the A section is. This jump, 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 the rum, the dum 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 bum bum. The B section is yum by dum bum rum dum 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 ba bum ba rum dum bum 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 rum ba bum 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 bum. So it's got that 2 beat to it. And then the C section, we're going to go back to the 8/8, but because the melody is so much notier, we're going to be sparser with our accompaniment. So instead of rum taka dum dum taka dum dum, we can go jump 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 dum dum. You can emphasize that a little bit. Leave space for the melody, and we'll do that. And it's going to sound fabulous because you sound fabulous. Any questions? Let's play some music. Okay. We'll do one more round after this. So we'll do it one time through the whole piece, and then we're going to add one last thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're going to add one more thing too, which is that you probably noticed, especially that Igor wasn't playing the melody the whole time. He was responding to the melody like it's a conversation, right? And it's not just this call and response within the melody, but we can also think about that on top of the melody too, because I mean, rarely is there a conversation between just two people. You know, 2 Jews, 3 opinions. So we're gonna add our third opinion here too. And I'm not going to teach you everything to play, but I am going to share with you something about where to play it, because you'll notice that the melody has breaths in it. It has these spaces. No, 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 breath. Whenever the melody takes a breath, that is the perfect point to interject something. And you can do it as simply as just looking at the note that's written above it, that's your chord tone, and just playing that note, right? Like, that's just a D. But but it's a D that says something in response to the melody. Right, you can talk, and in fact, what would be really cool is if those of us who want to just like talk something, don't use words, just use your voice to come up with some interjections that make sense. So, for example, right? Like you don't need to know how to play that on your instrument to know that it sounds right. Yes? Cool. I'm gonna actually, can the two of us, we'll play the melody together, yes. And you two, you don't play yet, but just sing your interjections. Okay? Cool. That was beautiful, everyone. Let's do the whole piece together, okay? And this time use all of the tools that you now have to make it sound right, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
much. Good going. Let's try. You have limonchiki?
Yeah.
It's
And
something
there's another
very
copy of
simple.
it over there too, if anyone needs it.
So it's a piece from Odessa. It's very simple. It has two parts. First part is okay. So this is the first part, and whoever plays the do you have limonchiki? Because that's important. Huh? Yeah, well, it's not quite by mere Mr. Shane, but it's. The melody is different. So, but this is too, and then we need the chords. So basically, we need the accompanying instruments to play. First is tam tiridim tam tiridim, just D with this rhythm. Okay, so it's quite simple. First is this. Tam tiridim pam 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 peribim pim peribim pim 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 peribim pim peribim pim pim pam pa 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 pam pa pa pam parabam pam parabam pam parabam pam parabam pam 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 parabam pam parabam pam 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 pa 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 pam pa pa parabam pam parabam pam 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 parabam pam parabam pam. So we'll need the. You understand this rhythm and percussion here? Pam 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 pam. There, yes. Pam 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 pam. Yum to do pam to do pim pim yum pam 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 pam. Okay, so this is the first part of the piece, and this could go on long improvisations. Okay, but what's important that this thing goes until you hear. So whoever plays the improvisation, well, and then it goes into the second part. So let's play second part. It's very simple. Umza, 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 umza. B, okay, G, 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 do, 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 re, 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 G, 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 do, 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 re, re. Okay, guitars, the same thing. Okay, so let's do that. A, And then we return again. Tum tiri-dum, tum tiri-dum, tum 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 tiri-dum, tum tiri-dum, tum 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 tiri-dum, tum tiri-dum, tum tiri, yo pom 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 pam 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 pam, bim 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 bim. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole piece. So this piece is it has words in it. It has words in Russian because this is a song from Odessa, and it talks about the little lemons that are growing on the balcony of Sonia. Okay, so Sonia has a balcony. There they're growing little lemons. And the words are: Эх, лимончики, вы мои лимончики, вы растете у Сони на балкончике. Эх, лимончики, вы мои лимончики, вы растете у Сони на балконе. Okay, so it has a, that's what it is. Oh, little lemons, my little lemons, you are growing on Sonia's balcony. That's what it is. It's a very profound song. So the whole point there, why I'm saying the words, if you play the tune, it doesn't say the words. So it has to be Вы растете у Сони на балкончике. Yeah? So this is the whole. I'll talk to you about the Yiddish music in the second part. You'll be tired of my talking, but basically everything is words that are saying something. As Nat was saying, you know, and so the never play just notes. It all has a certain type of emphasis. So let's do this piece. So the piece that I usually do it, let's do a couple of times, just 4 times the first part. Lam tiridim tim tiridim tim 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 tiridim tim tiridim tim ti yam tiridim tim tiriti ti ti ta 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 tam pa pa. Okay, lam tiridim tim tiridim tim 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 tiridim tim tiridim tim ti tim tiridim tim tiriti ti ti ta 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 tam pa pa. Okay, so let's do it. Now everybody piano. I'll play tune. Piano. Yeah, okay. Okay, yes. When you hear ta-da-dam, what does it mean? That it goes on. Okay? So whenever you hear ta-da-dam, and then you right away play a harmony. Unza, 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 unza. Okay, one more time. Piano. No, you don't listen. Okay, you don't listen. You don't listen. You have to listen. Okay, you have to listen. You have to listen because it's very important. Because the whole point there that in when we start performing it, it could be a long improvisation, because this rhythm in traditional klezmer music, the soloist, the rhythm is extremely strong, very set. But the soloist very often plays completely off. And this is the important part of it. So the one is very important, and in this rhythm, because then you will hear when the improvisation starts, I will improvise, he will improvise, somebody will improvise in mode, because you know that in klezmer music there is, but we have scales. So we play in those scales, and so this will be improvisation in Friedish. But generally, the boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's very important for me. It's an internet. Limonchiki will write the words. It's the words. It's generally it's a kind of folkish song, you know. So yeah, it's an Odessa song.
So what are the little lemons that you're talking about?
I don't know.
Nat, you want to do one more fast one, and then we'll take a little break, and then we'll have our.
All right, that sounds good. So we're gonna do one more. And why don't we do, now that we're gonna do the fast version, because if we sing through everything the right way.
Okay.
Number one.
Isn't that the one I gave you, Bulgar number one? Bulgar number one. I'm kidding. So, so the Bulgar is a dance, and it's a dance in 6 beats. Right, left, lift, down, lift, right, lift, down, lift. Hey, dai, dai, yuppa, rum, yumba, dai, ya. And then from Jewish musicians and people who emigrated from the southern part of the Russian Empire, United States to New York, and it became super popular in New York and in Philadelphia, of course, and Boston, and all the other good to do when we're playing a Bulgar is keep people moving and keep people dancing. The beat has to be very, very, very stable. The melody rushes the beat a little bit. So the melody doesn't quite sit on top of the beat. But it always kind of pushes the downbeat, and by pushing the downbeat just a little bit, we keep the dancers moving. We don't ever want them to like drop a step. Okay? I'm gonna play it for you, and I want you, when you're thinking about this piece, and this piece is also in 3 parts, but it has a little extension on the 3rd part, so it's a little bit of a longer piece. I want you to think about the conversations here. And in fact, maybe I'll sing it for you once, and then we'll play it together because you have sheet music. So this piece also has these moments of call and response. It has a call, then it has a response, then it has a call, and then it has a cadence. And in fact, that's how each section works. So I'm gonna sing it for you. Hopefully my singing voice will handle the range. And each section repeats, so I'll sing it once, then you can join me on the second time if you'd like to. Or you can just listen and think about how you will interpret it when you're playing it. But while I do it, if you could keep that 8/8 beat. So just clap it or stamp it. If you're up to it, you can stamp downbeats like this, because this is what the dancer's doing. Yeah, yeah, ba 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 ba, yeah ba ba, yeah ba ba ba, yeah ba ba, yeah ba yeah ba 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 ba, yeah yeah ba 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 ba, yeah yeah ba 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 ba, yeah yeah ba 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 ba, yeah ba yeah yeah ba 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 ba, yeah ba 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 yeah ba ba, yeah 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 ba 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 ba, yeah yeah ba 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 ba, yeah yeah ba 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 yeah ba ba yeah ba 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 ba. Yeah, That's the piece, that's the piece. And so you can hear, I hope you can hear that, like the way that this is written and the way that so much of this music is written, it actually is like, It's not exactly story-based per se, but it's much more conversationally based. And the more that you can express through your performance of it, the more interesting it is, the more right it is. Okay? But you have the notes, so let's try playing it.
I like the rap version, actually.
Oh yeah, the mumble rap.
Something very new.
Yeah, the rap. Klezmer rap.
Right. Next time we'll add words.
Here first.
I mean, for those of you who don't know Josh Dolgan, who is my favorite Yiddish klezmer rapper, Josh lives in Canada but actually comes to Philadelphia sometimes, and he was just working on a really, really cool album with Susan Watts. Anyone here know Susan? Raise your hands. Yes, thank you. Susan is your treasure here in Philadelphia. And I was at her house this morning listening to the roughs from this new album, and it's going to be amazing. And she's going to be releasing it next year, and you should all come and tell your 5 closest friends to come and give her $10,000 of your money for putting on the concert, because that's how much it should be worth to do it. And Josh, who is the world's not only Yiddish rapper, like there's Nassim Black and some other people who are really solid, but Josh is, I think, the only klezmer rapper. He's on it. But he's playing piano and accordion. Okay. We'll do it a little bit down tempo because you're sight reading. Let's tune again real quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, do you have accordion? Give me.
That's true. We should tune to the accordion because they can't change. All right, strings first. Woodwinds and brass you can add yourself to. One, two, oh, 1, 2. All right. We're going to do it again, but this time we're going to do it with feeling and joy. And I want you to remember all of the lessons from the first time through, okay? So like, if you're playing the melody, play the melody with that conversation. If you want to add your interjections, especially singers in the back, right? Uh-huh. That's right. You can use words, whatever. Like, if that helps you to emote, right? If it helps you to get something out there, then use words. If you want to just, then you can use that. but give us that sense of conversation. And if you're doing the rhythm, maybe what we'll do is to like give us the interplay. So a lot of what makes the Bulgar beat is this, yeah. So we've got this thing going on, and underneath it, the bass is going boom, 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 boom. So if you've got a drum, right, maybe some of the drummers can go boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah. So like we have some of us doing each, that'll give us that feel. I love it, I love it. Let's bring the tempo up to dance tempo.
Yeah, it's very important that you have one. So in everybody. Yeah, there are two in Freilich, we call it Freilich. In Freilich there are two measures. I'm explaining now, it's a little Klezmer thing. So it's a yam terim pa li ta li la ka te dam ta lam ta ka ta ra yam terim pa ya la li lam te dam ta la ka te yam terim pa li la li yam terim pa la ka te ta ra yam terim pa li ta ri yam terim pa la ka te ta. Okay, that you have to feel. Everybody has to have this movement toward the next one, you know. So that walk, you know, it's you can do all kinds of things with it, but what's important that it's and the tune, his tune is like all the tunes. You have a
Wow.
You see, the violin doesn't want to do that. At least it didn't break. Oh, I think it's the heating.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you noticed, our pitches have been flying up.
Okay, let's hope. No. Okay. You see, you notice. It's the upper notes that I do this rubato. You bring out things that are important in a conversation. We will be talking about it in the second part. I'll play for you some old Klezmer stuff, just for violin, so you'll know how this works. But that what distinguishes the authentic Klezmer music. It's not something that you can write down. It's something that you, like in any Yiddish conversation, you express in the word that you emphasize. I always show this in, we were talking about it yesterday. We had a wonderful conversation. The, you know, to be or not to be, that is a question. You know, so how do you say it in Yiddish? I mean, in English, of course, not zu sein or not. But the how do you say it? If in Yiddish speaker, you can to be or not to be. That is a question. Or to be or not to be. That is a question. That is a question. To be or not to be. That is a question. You know, so you have a million of possibilities, and the same thing that is with the Yiddish too. It's the ambiguity of it that is the most important thing. And so the tunes that are written, they always have the most important note that you want as a performer, you want to emphasize, you want people to hear that. And so that will take a little bit more time, but our rhythm goes on. Because rhythm is sacred, you know, if it's a dance, of course. There are a lot of pieces that are not for dancing. They are kind of dance pieces. I'll tell you the next hour. But the pieces that are for dancing, like this one, they have to move all the time. So Nat says, absolutely, the most important thing is the rhythm section, is this getting toward the one. So it's not just one. It's yam tadim tam tiggity tam ting diggy dum yam. That crescendo is the most important thing. So it's not just the beat, it's what comes into the beat. And so once you have that movement, and in every Yiddish dance, you have a different kind of rhythmical movement, because also there's a chosid that is in two, but the softer beat is emphasized. I have to think about it. Yam la ta 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 da ta da ta da ta da yai la la ta 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 yam ya ta 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 ya ta 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 ta. That's what's the most important. Yam ti ti ta 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 ta. Does it dance? No. Nothing dances. Yam ti 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 ti. Yam ya ta ti ti ta di la ti ta di ta 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 da ya li ya di ta ta ta. Ya ta 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 di ta da ta da ta da ya ta la di ta ya ti ya di ta ta ya. That's what it is. Basically, that's what it is. You don't need any other instruments, but you have to feel it. That's the sense of our music that has to feel. You have to feel it all. Once you start feeling it, you can do anything you want. You can put the emphasis on this note, on that note. Usually in our melodies, like he wrote a very nice tune, so it has its very logical development. And if I analyze the tune. Yeah. Yeah. I can see. So I don't know this too. Huh? It's too loud?
All right, shall we play it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So let's do it all together. We'll do this piece, then we'll take a break, and when we're done waiting for Godot, I knew Samuel Beckett wrote in Yiddish. We'll do it a little bit up to tempo. We dance like this. Yum taka tum tum taka tum tum tarum tum tum taka tum tum. Just the rhythm. 2, 3, 4. Bum taka tum tum taka tum tum rum taka tum tum taka tum rum taka tum tum taka tum. 1, 2. Thank you so much, everyone. So we're going to take a quick break, grab some refreshments. You must be hot, you must be thirsty. And we'll come back here in just a couple of minutes and play some more. Thank you.
Oh, you know, I actually had them in all the different transpositions. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's being live broadcast, and and we'll send out the video.
So I wish my husband, I could send it to them.
Yeah.
Have them watch. It's so much fun.
Isn't it though?
It's great. I don't think they understand it. Andrew Bruno comes. I want to be.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's really, Hank says he's one of the best theorists in the world. And of course, he is incredible. Wait till you hear the concert, when they really start waiting.
Maybe I can watch you.
Well, we'll start in about 5.
But I'll listen to I'll watch the tape.
Okay.
So you don't have to.
No, I'll put it away. Well, I have to do it right. We're going to start again in probably, a little more than 5 minutes, because we have a whole concert coming up. Thank you so much, everybody. I told him not to amplify it, it's just acoustic, but he's got all the recording stuff. Oh, okay. Still interesting. Acknowledge you for letting us before, you know. I told him not to amplify it, just to record it. No, I didn't see this. But he was controlling me like that. Yeah, because they were loud about it. And you had a great time? Yeah, that's great. Well, we were then. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you take your seats, I know it's a short intermission, but we have a whole concert to come. You know, while you're taking your seat, let's play a little Jewish geography. So, who drove no more than, say, 15 minutes to get here today? Okay, all right. Who drove a half an hour to get here? Okay. Who drove? Anyone drive an hour? More. Okay, and then who drove more than an hour? Yay! How far did you drive? 2.5. Oh my God, let's hear it. Now that's commitment to Klezmer. And where'd you and where,
Possibly not miss it. I wouldn't miss it.
and where did you come in from?
From Cumberland County and Franklin County, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, if everybody will take your seats, the concert will begin.
Listen,
So the floor is yours whenever you like.
no, I have to have everybody in silence and sit.
Oh, okay. Well, you tell them. Maestro, you give them the word.
If you can hear my voice, clap once. If you can hear my voice, clap twice. If you can hear my voice, clap 3 times. If you can hear my voice, clap 4 times. Excellent.
All right, everybody.
That's your cue, everybody. So everyone, that's my cue. I could have just used the mic. That would have been easier. But if you could please take your seats, we're going to be doing the concert portion, which means if you want to continue your conversations, that's fine. We just ask that you do it outside for this part. Thank you.
Okay, maybe in the end we will play by me a bit. Okay. Now I'll do something by myself, but in the end maybe we will play by me a bit. Okay. In the end of everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to play for you something that that is a klezmer music as it used to be, and the music from my childhood, my people in Ukraine, and this music was collected by great ethnomusicologists in the 30s, in the 20s, Moisei Beregovsky, who saved the huge patrimony of Yiddish music for us. And he made this incredible work that people who played or sang for him, practically all of them got killed. And so this music is what remained from many centuries of very deep and profound Yiddish musical culture in that what we have. So I will play for you just some pieces that are for solo violin. They're not necessarily for solo violin, but I'll play them as a solo violin. These are stories. These are basically dances or monologues of the violin that was played for the very long process that was a Jewish wedding that would last for a week or two. You know, so you will find some of them sad, some of them happy, and most of the time it's sad and happy at the same time. So they go something like that. Thank you very much.
I don't really want to follow that. Okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to do something completely different because I can't do that. And I don't, and that's fine. So one thing, you played some pieces of mine at the beginning, so I told you I'd talk a little bit about composing and how it's important to understand how pieces are put together so that you can appreciate them more. I've been on this project for the last year or so to write a suite for solo klezmer clarinetist. And there's a long story about how it came to be, and I might bore you with it if you hang out afterwards, but I'm not going to give it to you right now. Instead, I'm just going to give you the basics of it, which is that as a composer working now as someone who writes tunes, whether it's little dance pieces like we played before or longer concert music, it's really important to me that whatever I am writing is something that I am the person who should be writing it, right? Nobody needs, you don't need another Beethoven. Beethoven did Beethoven. You don't need another Bach. Bach did Bach. You don't need another Stravinsky. Stravinsky did all of the Stravinskys that could be. And because we have such incredible access right now as musicians, as listeners, as audience members to whatever we want. I mean, you could walk out of this room and say, I really like klezmer, but you know what? I really like Western swing too. I wonder if there's a klezmer Western swing duo somewhere that I could listen to. And you just put it in your phone, and if it exists, you can listen to it. And if it doesn't exist, you drop it into Suno, and AI will generate it for you in 30 seconds. And it's so discomforting and dispiriting that is true. But it is true. And so I think that for me, as someone who's writing my own music and seeking to find an artistic voice in the world, it's really important that whatever I write is something that no one else is going to, because I'm the one who's going to write it. So I'm going to play you some selections from a suite that I've been working on. And this suite is Bach was very good. But rather to say that as someone who grew up where I did, when I did, who had the influences that I've had, these are some musical worlds that have had a huge impact upon my development as a human being. So I'd been thinking, what would it be like if I wrote that piece? And so I did. And actually, when I was last done here in March, I was working on the second movement. And so I wrote a draft of it. I sent the draft to a friend of mine, and in forums of the 17th century, and he's so kind, and he's also. So I thought, if there's anyone who can understand it, it's Derek David. And Derek called me back. He said, "Oh, I love it. This is wonderful. This piece has to exist." And I'll do the first couple of movements from it, and leave you wanting more. Conversational quality, that storytelling quality, and that Yiddish sounding. That kind of folds into these different structural terms that come from earlier, that you might call Baroque music, if that's the word that you're going to use. In partita form, for example, each one of these segments, like the Bach suite, is based on a dance form, except these are based on Yiddish dance forms, and you don't have to try and dance them. They're not meant to be danced. Drawing inspiration from them in that same way. So I'll just move this so I can see it. I've been editing it, so I'm not going to do it from memory because I'll play the wrong thing. Give me one moment. All right. I hope you like it, by the way. The point is that you like it, not that you appreciate why I did it. I hope that just aids in the enjoyment. That's just making sure the instrument. Thank you so much. Before you go, I know we're a little late on time. We wanted to do one thing together. And if you want to, if you need to go, we understand it's 5:30. But if you want to stay, we'd love to have you. I should also tell you, there's some CDs, there's some music books there. There's a Venmo number attached to it if you want to pay for them, or you can leave cash, whatever you want. But thank you for joining us today. Let's do something together. Oh, how about the thing we were doing at the beginning?
Ah, okay. Okay, with this one, we need your help. Okay, so we need cha-cha, cha, cha-cha, cha, cha-cha, cha, cha. Okay, so you do this, let's do it together. You do it 6 times. Cha-cha, cha, che-che, cha, che-che, cha, che-che, cha, cha-cha, cha. 6, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta-ta!
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. It was a pleasure to be here with you.
If you loved it, let them hear it. And also, you can put a little bit more in the push guy if you really thought it was worth $25. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll have a nice dinner.